Super Bowl rematch. Ravens Niners. You're in Madden NFL 24 on the Xbox One. John Harbaugh won his first Super Bowl against his brother, Colin Kaepernick, and the Niners back in the day. When the lights went out and all of a sudden the Niners came all the way. The Niners were getting their butts kicked. Then the lights went out in the second half, and they did pretty well after that. Did not win though. But now Jim Harbaugh is the coach of the Steelers, not the Steelers, the Chargers, and they're in the playoffs here in the year 2024. And John's still playing for the Ravens. I think he's like the longest tenured head coach. It's either him or Mike Tomlin. I want to say Harbaugh is the longest tenured head coach. He was there ever since Brian Belichick got fired. I think he got fired it was the year where Tom Brady and the Patriots went undefeated in the regular season. But the Ravens almost beat them on Monday night. But I think it was like they stopped them. Basically, Ray Lewis and the defense stopped them. But unfortunately, I think Brian Belichick called a timeout just before the snap. So even though they stopped him, it was like you gave him another chance. We had a play, and you canceled the play. He's like, we had a defense, you canceled the defense, and then they ended up converting and winning the game. So real Ravens fans know that was a year where they could have stopped Tom Brady in the regular season from going undefeated. And I mean that was a year where Ray Lewis and they were kind of mad because they were losing. They were not playing well that year. I mean, I think they were like 5-11 that year. It was like a really bad year. But that game was basically their Super Bowl, and they lost it because apparently they were really mad at their coach They were really mad at their coach for calling that. So we always do our blitz counters, and we're facing Nick Bosa again. We lost to these Niners by 1 point. Again, it was probably some dumb play, some dumb decision we made, some penalty. I think there were a couple of dropped passes that were usually completions, things like that. Throwing a ball behind wide receivers running slants. Lamar throws the ball behind the receiver and he drops it. That kind of stuff. The kind of stuff that we actually would catch in the postseason, we did not catch in that one game. So it sort of feels like the game was kind of setting up this matchup, if I'm being brutally honest with you. So the goal here is to rest everyone who's tired. The fullback, actually, we're gonna have the backups. Not the fullback, the halfback. Yeah, the backups are gonna do that. The backups will do that for the tight ends. We'll have the backups will do that. So all the tired offensive linemen are gonna rest. The defensive line is fine. The defensive fatigue level is very low. Like if we go back here, the defensive fatigue level is extremely low. Like they're ready to go. We can play full pads if we want. Like that's wild to me that they're like never tired. Meanwhile, because we run this no huddle offense, we're constantly pounding the football. Okay, fine. Our offensive line is going to be tired. The running backs are going to be tired. I've just been putting in that work is all. So we're going to get good for the Super Bowl. Halfbacks, tight ends, backups. Likely needs a long rest. We'll probably let him do that later, but whatever. So all the other backups are coming in. So we'll start the practice. So everyone should be completely healthy by the end of this practice. Everyone should be completely. We had an extra week off. No one should be tired. So yeah, we just do a lot of half pads. We've been doing half pad practices all year. So we're giving up some experience, but arguably we're getting it back because we win. And our morale is way high. See, everyone's completely rested now. All the starters are completely rested now. It's fantastic. Yeah, Stanley and the offensive line is completely healed now, so that's good. Or at least they're as healed as they're going to get before the Super Bowl after a year of taking a beating with that front line. No again, I think there's only like one Pro Bowler on that offensive. Yeah, obviously Gus Edwards was the Pro Bowl running back. But J.K. Dobbins didn't get selected to the Pro Bowl. Don't ask me why. He won Offensive Player of the Year, and he's not even on the Pro Bowl squad. Again, I don't do the code for this, so I'm not going to complain too much about that. So let's upgrade. J.K. Dobbins. So we're going to make him a power back. Again, he's going to be our feature back in the future season. So we're going to make him a power back. Again, his specialty is actually juking guys and getting to the outside, running off tackle. And Gus Edwards, his specialty is running between the tackles. But all these guys in our scheme, we're power. Everyone on our team is a power back, including Justice Hill, who's actually an elusive back. He's slightly fatigued, but not that much. So we should be fine. This music sounds terrible too. Is there more? Oh, there's more upgrades I can do? Okay, let's do it again. I think apparently he's a superstar now, son. He was a superstar, boy. Why's he still up in the hood? So we're good. Trucking, stiff arm. What matters is trucking and breaking tackles, because that's what our team does. He's got that superstar X factor. So yeah, he's gonna be a 1,500-yard back for the rest of his career with us. So that's good. So again, we're getting rid of Gus Edwards, but yeah, we found a young guy who's gonna be a superstar. So we'll treat him accordingly. Assuming I'm gonna keep playing this game. The whole point was for me to play this game through an entire season, just kind of see how it plays out. But again, the AI is broken. It can't stop a lead dive play consistently. So I have a money play that I've been using the entire time. So let's get our depth chart fixed. We'll get Mark Andrews back in the lead spot like he's supposed to be. It does kind of suck that I can't look at a player's health without going 3 or 4 menus deep. I wish I could just check out their health here, but what are you gonna do? We'll put Gus up in front. Like I said, Justice Hill has been very good. The number 3 back has 110 rushes and has 600 yards. He's averaging 5 yards a carry. So coming off the bench, he's been extremely reliable for us, and that's what matters. So we got ODB. We'll be fine. Everyone's ready for the Super Bowl. Yep, Andrews number 1, so we're fine. He's well rested. We'll be perfectly fine. And the upgrade available, you see at the top of the screen on the right side. Oh, it's in red. At the end of the season, that unlocks our skill tree. The only skills we need to worry about. Let me get our goals ready. The only skills we have to worry about that we can unlock that we have to worry about anyway are the off-season skills. Players are more likely to resign. You're more likely to get a discount on trades. You're more likely for a team to accept your trade. Dice rolling stuff. We're not going to allow under 200 yards. What we'll do is we know we're going to get, again, the easy stuff. We know we're going to get 15 first downs. We know we're going to get 300. We might get 350. This is actually a pretty good defense. Don't get cocky. We're going to allow 24 points. They're not a great offense, but they are a very good defense. And we're going to get 200 rushing yards. So again, easy points. Easy franchise points. Because again, the way we play is we abuse the I formation? I think it's the I formation wing. It's a power running formation. We do lead dives all the time. We have a fullback who plugs the hole. We have a fullback who takes care of who opens up an extra running lane for us. And we always get at least 3 yards, if not 4. We got this far because we get rushing yards in chunks. We run consistently, and we run consistently well. We always get 4 to 5 yards per play. We always convert on 3rd down or 4th down. And we convert on 80% of our 2-point conversions. And we are the most efficient we're the most efficient red zone offense in the league. Because every time we get to the red zone, we score a touchdown or a field goal. There are a few, again, you can't afford to throw any red zone interceptions. Lamar, we have to play safe. The AI being what it is, the easiest way to achieve in this game is to throw crossing routes, throwing to receivers near the sideline. Don't chuck it up, and don't chuck YOLO balls, and just kind of hope that everyone, just kind of hope that your wide receiver overpowers the defender. That tends to lead to interceptions in this game. But yeah, just overall, the AI is not as good as it is in Madden 17. So right now, based on me, I've been playing this game for like a dozen or so hours. Madden NFL, or I've been playing this game for like 2 dozen hours. Uh, uh, exhibitions and with this franchise mode. So yeah, definitely Madden 17. Well, they already got a field goal. So what just happened? That must have been quick. What'd they do? They scored that quickly. Okay, so you got Juwan Jennings for 23 yards. So we got a chunk play right off the bat, but only got a field goal out of it. So we can go for 2 if we need to. We don't have to. Honestly, we don't even have to. I just thought it might be fun to kind of run it down their throats consistently. Nice nickel defense. But we're okay. We got 4 more yards. We got 3 yards anyway, so we're fine. Get the number 2 running back in the league, J.K. Dobbins, at 1,700 yards, 31 touchdowns, and 3 in the postseason. Yeah, we can get it again. Overloading the right side. This is how we do it. Now, this defense, they are playing very soft. They're preventing big plays. They're trying to contain me a little bit, in other words, but basically they're trying to contain me to like 4 or 5 yards. That's not going to work. They got to stuff the line of scrimmage, and they're going to have to stack. See the right side of the screen, the defenders right there? They're stacking on the right side of the screen to prevent me from calling any slants, which is fine. That just means we're going to run it. Slipped outside for 6 easy yards there. Again, this play that I'm running, this lead dive, is called an ISO concept, which means there's a chance we can get a running back on one defender, and we can beat that defender, or skip through the hole and get a big gain. So the first guy who hits us will be 3 yards past the line of scrimmage. We can truck him for a couple of extra yards, or we can cut and get a couple of extra yards that way. But 90% of the time, trucking works. We're gonna skip left if we can. Skip left. We got it. So Gus gets the first down, not by going up the middle, but by looking at that gap that opened up on the left side. This is how you win running the ball in Madden. You call this formation. You get green. You run to the green side. If there are too few defenders on the left, then you can whoops. If there are too few defenders on one side, you can skip to the outside. Yeah, which we might do here, but we shouldn't have to. If you're willing to take the risk, you can run up the. Well, there you go. But usually, if you just hold the right bumper, you can slide around. The player will automatically run around blockers, and that's where you get all your yards. You'll make contact with the blocker, then you'll slide around. You'll slide around the blocker for extra yards. See, we're sliding around people. So the collision detection is kind of bugged, honestly. In Madden 17, you can't really do that. In Madden 17, you really have to find tight holes and don't make contact with other defensive players. In this game, you can usually run through defensive players or slide around them. So that's where the collision detection is broken, I would argue. As you've been seeing in this playlist, you've been watching all my videos, we win every game just by running this play multiple times because no one can consistently tackle us in the backfield. No one can consistently stop us. We're always getting too many extra yards. See, again, these holes are massive. So it's just all day. This is how I've been playing the game all year. So we don't have to kick a field goal. We're going to make it work. Probably just going to run it down their throats 10 more times and get in the end zone. Sometimes the AI will fill those gaps properly. In Madden 17, they fill the gaps properly. When in situations like this, the linebackers will fill those gaps if they notice you skipping out. Yeah, like that. They do that more often in Madden 16. Madden 17 specifically. We're going to run it twice. Let's get a good gain here, then run it again. Yeah, he's a yard short. We're going for it. Gus will get it. Going off the right side. Go get him. And he got it. Like I said, no fear. We know we can get that yard. We know we can get 2 or 3. We're converting on 3rd and 6 and 3rd and 7. These are passing downs. And we're running dive plays for 6 or 7 yards and getting first downs. It's bizarre. That's how bad the AI is, unfortunately. This is on the all-pro difficulty level. And he's in the end zone again. That is his 13th touchdown since Thanksgiving, I think. If not his 14th. I lost count. He's had multiple touchdown games every year. Every week he's had a multiple touchdown game. He had 4 touchdowns at the halfway point. Because J.K. Dobbins was running them in constantly. So he's going to go for 2. Actually, yeah, we're going to go for 2. We're feeling our oats. I want to say this is the best run defense in the league, if I'm not mistaken. J.K.'s coming in. Yeah, we're going for 2. We're not scared. Yeah, they got him. They wrapped him up. We ran towards Joey Bosa. Probably a bad... Was that Nick Bosa? We ran towards Bosa. Probably a bad move. That's okay. So we're going to go... We're just going to kick extra points from here on out. And we got it back. We're doing all right, y'all. We'll be all right. Now, again, the game might fake a few things. The game might manufacture a few fumbles, so just be careful there. We're gonna hold the right bumper and put 2 hands on that ball. There's Joey Bosa, whichever Bosa he is. I think his brother plays for the Chargers. Best defense in the league, apparently, under Jim Harbaugh. 2 hands on the ball again. I think he got it. Okay, he's a yard short. He's half a yard short. We'll get it. Overload the right. We got this. And we got it. 3 yards, and then they trip him up. Whatever. So Dobbins has 60 yards already. Right off the bat. Here comes Gus, right? Yeah, Gus is coming in. So he's got about 30 yards, if not 40. I don't think Justice Hill has shown up yet. And time ran out. We'll be fine. I don't mind killing the clock the way we're running the ball. JK's coming back in. So that's cool. So he's going to go for 100 yards in the first half. Would not be out of the question. Look at that! Squeeze through that. 11 more yards. That's just a good squeeze. It's the squeeze. Going left. Yeah, another 8-yard gain up the middle. I tried to follow my lead blocker, but he just kind of sealed the left side. So if I just ran it straight, I would have been fine for 10 yards. I chased after my lead blocker. I tried to go left. It was probably a bad move. We always have 6. We have 6, 7, 8 straight carries. Dobbins has 80 yards already. Yeah, JK's still in. So once he gets tired, then Gus will come in. Okay, here we go. They're finally giving us a chance. 1st and 10, so we can actually throw this. We're going in. Tell Dobbins to go out right. B if X is not open. It's not open. B's open. Yeah. The crossing route got open eventually. I didn't want to force the slant. So I waited. I had plenty of time for that to develop. So I finally threw a pass. 1st down. 1 for 1, 11 yards. Look at Gus. Another big hole. 2 hands on the ball, so we got all 4 yards. So let Gus run it over left again. Overload the left. They're cheating towards that side, but that's okay. Yeah, ran over him. So again, it's a 2-yard gain that becomes a 4-yard gain because no one can stop him. He just trucks dudes. We got this. We're gonna run it twice. See, we're good. 1st down. Saw the end zone. They wrapped him up before he got there. Again, I kept both hands on the ball. I wasn't trying to rush for speed. So Gus is going to run over him for the touchdown. Going to run it 4 times from the 3-yard line. They can't stop us all 3 times. Well, they got us that time. They stood him up. I don't know where Joey Bosa is. We got it. Yeah, I couldn't stop him that time. They pushed. It's Jesse Armstead, I think. pushed him backward. They pushed the offensive lineman backwards, but he just ran around them. So we're just gonna go for the 1. So now we have a 10-point lead. That's a long drive. They only got a field goal out of it. Okay, so we're gonna throw it a few more times. We have all of our timeouts. We can afford to throw. So yeah, they're cheating. Okay, so B will go in. Dobbins will go out left. B if X is not open. It's not open. B's open. And that's about 6 yards. Hurry up. No huddle. We can throw it over the middle. We got time. Yeah, we got a hole on that side. JK's got the speed to get there. We can probably hike it one more time. Overload the right side. Yeah. Might get another one off. Nope, not anymore. That's okay. It's okay. So we're at midfield almost, so we can throw it eventually. We have all of our timeouts. We can throw it anywhere we want if we need to. B in. Edwards. Outright. B if X is not open. X is not open. Wrong guy! Wrong guy! I meant to throw it on the crossing route. That was on me. I pressed the wrong button. I freaked out. The A route was the dig. The B route was the cross. Okay, that's bad. I wanted to be able to keep him out of the end zone. That hurt. A lot of dumb mistakes. Just because pressing the wrong button again. It's not the first time that's happened. You can't afford to make those mistakes. B if X is not open. X is sort of open. Yeah, he's open now. Keep going. Yeah, that's his biggest gain in a while. B in. B if X isn't open. X is open. He's still going. Okay, no huddle. We can run this and call a timeout. Okay, call the timeout. All right. So we can throw it over the middle a couple more times. We can get a field goal. We just don't want to throw any. What do you call it? No interceptions, obviously. They want me to draw. Okay, they want me to draw. I'll just do this. Yeah, they let me have it. Okay. B in. B if X isn't open. X is open. That I was looking at the linebacker, and he cheated towards the line of scrimmage. So that's good enough for me. We have timeouts. 2 hands on the ball. Hurry up. We have all of our timeouts. Go, 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 go. Okay, timeout, timeout, timeout. We can probably throw one slant. We can throw a slant and then call a timeout if we need it. 3rd and 5. Probably got to go for a field goal here. Okay, likely and not a lot of room here. Y or X? Y's open. No, he's not! Okay, we got to kick a field goal. Fine. That was probably a bad play call, honestly. That was a bad play call. Once we got the field goal. All right, so we'll end the video shortly because I want to pick up on the other side. But actually, we're just gonna play through it. We're fine. We're gonna play through it. You know exactly what we were gonna do all game, so we're gonna do it all game. B. Delay fade. Y. Left. Y if X isn't open. X is not open. Y is open-ish. Yeah, couldn't put his head down. Only got 2 yards. Couldn't really put his head down there. We got this. Yeah, see? We still got 5 yards out of it. Dobbs has 106 yards already. Gus is coming in for 3 yards. We can run it twice. We can get 2 yards here and get 1 yard in the next one. And he got it. See? 3rd and 3. He got it. So Gus has 50. So we should get at least 70 today, depending on how many times we get to run it. And if Justice Hill needs to show up. Because remember, Gus lost a few yards because Dobbins showed up when the first quarter ended. Look at that! 2 hands on the ball, 12 yards, 13 yards, massive hole. Love to see it. Love to see the big guy get a double-digit run. We're going to do it again. Probably only 5 yards this time, though. Yeah, 5. Yeah, 4. 2 TDs for Gus already. Again, he's been doing the J.K. Dobbins thing. Running it 3 times. Stop us. Not this time they won't. Oh, that's a holding penalty, isn't it? It's going to be a holding penalty on us, isn't it? Of course it is. Again, one penalty every game just to keep the game fair, I guess. And that's on the tight end. So we can still run it. We just have to audible to a slant, depending on our opportunities here. Get 6 if we can. Not this time. So we got to commit to a pass this time. I was afraid of that. So we can do a flood cross. Have Aguilar could do a slant, I guess. Andrews might get open. Have Hill do a streak if he gets past the line of scrimmage. A or Y? Y is good. Yeah, he got it. He shook him off, and ODB's gone. Touchdown, ODB. On the Case Keenum, Stephon Diggs crap. Single coverage on the sideline. Made the catch, shook him off. Yes, yeah, he was hawking the ball, and he let him go right past him. Outstanding. 6th touchdown of the year for Lamar Jackson throwing the ball. I think he actually ran one in too, but again, he does not throw those balls often. That is a massive, massive play in the Super Bowl. All right, so we can still run the ball out. We can still, yeah. I'm glad you got to see that. Love to see that. Just single coverage on the outside and a superstar making a superstar play in the Super Bowl. That's how it's done. Look at Dobbins go. He got 9 yards on 1st and 10. Call whatever you want, fellas. Yeah, you can take a shot. Tell Andrews to go fade. Dobbins can go out left. Y if X isn't open. Not open. Where's B? That's not a delayed fade. He was also covered. I guess it was a slightly delayed fade. We can get 1 yard. We're gonna run it twice. They're gonna give us 3 yards on this run. That's a terrible defense for a 3rd and 1, especially against this offense. Just terrible AI play calling. Dobbins has 110 yards, I think. Here's your superstar factor. Nat should not have done that. Should not have done that. 2 yards. A sloppy 2 yards. So Gus is going to come in. That's fine. We're going to run it 3 times, aren't we? 2 hands on the ball. Yeah, they can't. He's trucking dudes for 4 yards. Okay, we're going to overload the right side. We got this. You shouldn't have to run up the middle. Well, run up the middle. Run between the tackles here. Yeah. Yeah, he got it. He shook off a dude. He shook off a dude at the line of scrimmage to get that. Automatic stiff arm. That's all that was. Run north-south. Don't have to worry about it with Gus. Just run north-south. Like that. A little bit of a shimmy just to kind of make sure we got past the blocker. Gus is going to get 100 yards and join J.K. Dobbins in the club. All day. That's all we've had to do. Oh, look at that. He broke off. You love to see the big guys with the double-digit runs, and that's our guard, I think. I think he's one of our guards. So he'll be replaced with a backup. But he did his job, man. You got him the big gain. No penalties either. Gus Edwards is back in, fourth quarter. Okay, no INTs. In. Edwards will go Y. Y if X isn't open. X is open. Yeah, it is. He's open. ODB doing it again. He's got 100 yards by now, I bet. Eh. He'll be back. Yeah, don't keep him in. He's going to get injured. He said re-injury risk high. So sorry, guy. You did your job. You got us to 200 yards rushing. You did good, kid. Look at Gus! Standing up, untouched, 2 hands on the ball, 3 touchdowns in this game. He's the next J.K. Dobbins. You got the 10-point lead. We can chew the clock, fellas. Yeah, we can chew the clock, guys. In it to win it now. We scored 30 points on them last time. We're doing it again. No, we had the turnover too. Another 5-yard gain and first down. Don't clap. You allowed 240 rushing yards today. Don't clap. And you gave up a man coverage touchdown to ODB. You should not be clapping at all. Whoa, jeez. Had a chance to bounce that one, but he met me in the gap. We're going for it, of course. Running it twice. You might have to punt, but you think we can get this? You know what? Let's do it. Stop us. On a streak. Y out left. Y if X isn't open. Whoa, delay of game. Crap. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. Never. That's me being dumb. So I got to earn it now. Yeah, that's bad. That's just bad. N, Y. We're chewing the clock, and I forgot to pay attention because we were chewing the clock. Y if X isn't open. X is not open. Y is open. Get. Shakes off one, but he couldn't run vertically. So we have to punt this one. That delay of game was stupid. I forgot I was chewing the clock. That's on me. That's on me. And we got it back. So we're still chewing the clock. Let's see. Yeah, it was 4th and 10. He had to go for it. He had to check down to McCaffrey. Oh well. We're going to the show, homies. They couldn't convert. They were in 2-down territory. So we can just kick a field goal. That they had to keep going. Look at him go. Look at him truck. So he's your MVP. I mean, Gus obviously did great too. So there it is. I mean, who would be your MVP? I mean, ODB's obviously did well. Again, the big 3 got it done. ODB, Gus, and Dobbins. Yeah, I thought he was kind of, run forward. Okay, don't juke, run forward. Just run forward. Yeah, JK's still in, so let's see if we can get him in the end zone one more time. Yeah, we got it on ice. We got this on lock. No, wow. I thought he had the big anime eyes when he saw that hole. Yeah, that guy shook off the blocker and closed that in a hurry. That's okay. A field goal field goal won't end it, but a touchdown definitely will. So a field goal means they still got a shot, kind of, with an onside kick. We're just chewing. Stopped him at the 2. I think they stopped him at the 2. They looked pretty close there for a second. He couldn't truck that guy, though. Fair enough. Going overload the right. He's at the 3. I'm going to run it 3 times. Yeah! Close. He's at the 1. Do you go for it? We're going for it. We're going to end this. End it. On the 1-yard line. Do you got it? We got it. Yeah, I saw him try to squeeze through. I saw him try to close that gap. Jump to the left side. I had to slip outside because I saw him close that gap. Not this time, son. Not today. Murder Inc. takes the trophy. Holla. Yeah, they hit him at the goal line, but it wasn't enough. 34 on the year. Call it, fellas. We're taking it home. All right, they want us to kneel, but we're just gonna chuck it. We're gonna lay it on. We're gonna lay it on them. B route's the dig route. Sure, why not? And he runs over, dude. So now we get to kill the clock. Stick nod vertical. We're gonna end the game on this. A route looking for you, Andrews. Y if he's open. He's not. X is open. Yeah, just chuck it. Why not? And he got it. And he got it on the Hail Mary at the end of the game. Kolar once again getting a big gain at the end of the game when it doesn't matter, padding his stats. Yeah, we have the AI. The commentator has to pretend that it matters. That he chucked up that ball at the end of the game to pad the stats. That was basically a Hail Mary. The MVP, yeah, the game ball goes to the O line, obviously, like all year long. All year long, the O line been opening up big holes. Patrick, you know what? Just for funsies, I would give the game ball to Patrick Ricard. Man got maybe like two carries and like three catches all year. But he got in there, he took that beating, cleared the gaps, like just to send a message. Like, look, you run the offensive player of the year with J.K. Dobbins. Gus Edwards set the single season record. You give your flowers to the O line because they didn't get to the Pro Bowl. No Pro Bowlers on this O line. So this is what you do. You give the ball to Ricard, and then you go to your O line, and then he hands the ball to the O line and says, "You are the greatest O line in the history of the NFL." All you did is treat the running game like a passing game. 5,000 yards rushing this year. 5,000 yards in the regular season. Never been done before. Even the Ravens in real life didn't do that. So yeah, there's a money play in Madden, and it's basically what we just did. And you can audible out of it. So now you have options. If you look at the defense, you can make some choices there. So Lamar had that chuck at the end of the game. ODB had 5 catches for 131 yards. Gus had 110. Rashad Bateman shouldn't even be on the list. everything he got in the game, if I'm being honest. You know what's really odd? If I just go back, Lamar had 121 QB rating of 120. That's pretty good. So let's see the play of the game. I would argue. Where's that touchdown to ODB? Yep. Again, he hasn't thrown very many touchdowns, but this is the kind of touchdown you want to throw. You cross up the receivers, he gets to the outside, makes the individual play, and that star-making ability. Makes one catch, makes one dude miss, and then he's gone. With the volleyball spike. Longest play of the year for the Baltimore Ravens, and it's a touchdown in the Super Bowl. It's exactly how you draw it up. Well, you drew it up so it'd be like a corner route, basically. It's a smash route. You throw a smash route, one-on-one coverage. Let your big guy go up, and it wasn't like a YOLO ball. It was a smash route. He catches it, shakes off the one defender, and he's gone. Beat the man coverage. That's all that was. So Lamar's second best game of the year throwing the ball, 11 for 14. Again, the 50-yard touchdown did it, but he also had a couple of garbage plays at the end of the game, obviously. Like a garbage, he chucked it downfield to what's his name, Kolar. Trash, really. Andrews with 3 catches. Yeah, Kolar with the 31-yard chuck. So a 55-yard touchdown. That was a 17. That was basically a 20-yard gain. And a 31-yard pass at the end of the game. So basically 80 of those yards were just, playmaker plays, like garbage plays. But Lamar's stats still look pretty good. Otherwise, it was a pedestrian game. He just chucked it up a couple of times and he was successful. But like I said, rushing. J.K. got 150. He's your MVP. Gus had 3 touchdowns and 110 yards. And Justice Hill wasn't even in the game. I guess that's right, because normally when we would use him, it's when J.K. and Gus get tired because we're running the no huddle, so we need to bring in Justice Hill to kind of give them a chance to catch their breath. 5 yards a carry for Gus, and the 3 touchdowns, and of course J.K. with the 71 yards after contact. Again, all day. Each of them got a double-digit yard, which you always love to see these big guys getting those double-digit gains. Always feels good. Failed the conversion, yeah, sure. I think we did all right in the end. We said we're going to hold them to 24 points, and we did. Best defense in the league couldn't stop us, though. That's what matters. So what were the team stats? 259 on offense. Yeah, we got 450. Yeah, that's how you do it. We always get our 15 first downs. Of course, having that one long touchdown didn't help. That was cute. We had our one turn. We each had a turnover, so there was that. Third down conversions, 2/3 of them, and of course converted every single fourth down conversion. Got the red zone 5 times, scored every single time, including the 4 TDs. That's why we won the game. And of course, yeah, that's the real reason why we won. Run the ball. I wouldn't say we stopped. Did we stop the run technically? Run the ball, stop the run. That's how you do it, basically. That's right. So Ravens will take that title. Take home that trophy. That's number 2 for Harbaugh. His goal was to win 7 games this year because I didn't know if I didn't know if the bugs were going to be a problem. And he won the Super Bowl. I think so I think he'll get his flowers for that. So who's the coach of the year? Who's one of the 10 best coaches in the NFL? Well, according to the game, not John Harbaugh. He had a franchise QB and a bunch of wide receivers who were really talented. Yeah, he didn't have to work that hard. All he had to do was just run the same play over and over again and win 15 games, including the Super Bowl. 12-5 in the regular season. No, they were 11-6 in the regular season. But yeah, won 9 out of our last 10 games. Stay mad. And the one game that mattered. Stay mad. And we knocked off the hottest team in the league. Niners won 12 consecutive games before they ran into us. And again, we lost to them 2 weeks before the end of the year. That was the last time we ever lost. The last team to lose. Yeah, the last team to beat us became the last team we had to beat to win the whole thing. Achieved all of our goals. We're gonna upgrade Rashad. We're gonna keep Rashad Baby. He's gonna be our primary receiver from here on out. She's gonna be our primary because we're letting go of what's his name. 60th in the league. Sure. Won't impact it anymore because we won the Super Bowl. He can go to Cancun for all we care. So I guess that means we can do a save here, right? Hot opponent. So what do we get? I guess we get more experience points because we beat a hot opponent. We'll do an epilogue video later, I suppose. We'll throw in some stuff at the end. Yeah, everyone gets experience points because we did that whole... Yeah, we stopped the streak. What next game? What, are you going to play in the XFL or something? But anyone who stays on the team gets upgraded, so that's cool. So what were the awards? Like, who was the MVP of that game? Yeah, practice available. What practice? Well, we need to practice. Hoisting that trophy. See all the staff move. My contract extended. Yay! Yeah, pay me less than the guy who only threw like 2,200 yards this year. Yeah, pay me less than him, I guess. Lamar just sat back, turned around, hand the ball to the guy behind you, win the Super Bowl. I mean, he did throw that pass to ODB. Like I said, it's not gonna happen. Okay, so we'll save here. SB. Call it. We can afford to get rid of some of these saves. We don't need all these saves. We have our ground zero save. We can delete a bunch of other saves. That's fine. So let me see. We're end the video shortly. I just want to see if they gave us our flowers for winning the. So there's no Super Bowl. So we don't know who the MVP was for the Super Bowl, do we? Yeah, who was the Player of the Week? Yeah, it's under weekly awards. That's right. We have to go here. Yeah, stats and awards. So who won the MVP? Well, there's an offensive MVP and a defensive MVP. That's the problem. Weekly awards. Gus Edwards, 101 yards. So why him? Yeah, why not J.K. Dobbins? He had more yards. Well, Gus had more yards per run. Maybe that's why. And yeah, both games. Actually, wait a minute. That was the AFC Championship. So there's no MVP for the Super Bowl, basically. Okay, fine. So I nominate J.K. Dobbins for the MVP with 150 yards. Okay, so what are the stats that we want to see? Well, again, we'll do the prologue a bit later. We'll do the epilogue a bit later. So there should be a legacy. Yeah, a legacy thing. So what do we got? The career wins, etc., and so forth. We understand that. Legacy leaderboard. There we go. So what's Harbaugh's legacy? We got us 2 Super Bowls. User active, Hall of Fame, whatever. What kind of team are we talking about here? Harbaugh. So I guess he's going to the Hall of Fame. Yeah, versus the Hall of Fame. I don't know. I guess this Jack Harlow song isn't bad. I'll listen to it later. Yeah, he has a. Yeah, how do we check out his legacy stats? Yeah, we have to go to like the staff rankings, I think. So I'll see what's going on with that. 2,400 passing yards for Lamar. That's not amazing, is it? Portilla. No. So there's no news for the Super Bowl. Unless we advance to next week. Yeah, maybe you have to advance to the off season. I don't know. So franchise. So I'll see what the legacy is for these guys. Yeah, goals. Yeah, everyone's got to have goals, right? What's my goal, actually, now that I'm done playing this game? I'm going to have to. Well, I've documented all my thoughts now. The game's just broken. The AI's broken. There are money plays. That sucks. I guess the weekly team goal. What are the other teams? Yeah. What are the legacy goals? Like, where are those listed? Yeah, there are goals. Yeah, there are goals listed. Press the Y button. Yeah. Press the Y button on the main menu. You'll see the weekly goals. Yeah, view goals. And you'll be able to switch to the career goals. Season goals, career goals. Yeah, there you go. Season goals. No season goals selected. Legacy goals. We didn't get 3,000. We didn't get 4,000 or 5,000. We got 5,000 yards rushing, though. So we achieved all of our rushing goals. 300 first down, sure. 1,500 yards or less. Not for a season. What is that? I mean, for a season? I thought we did that. Did we not do that? 20 interceptions, yeah, whatever. 50 sacks, yeah. Win 3 Super Bowls, well, I won 2. This is my second. Appear in 1 Super Bowl, and I did. So there you go. Problem solved. So you don't give me credit for this? I mean, I appeared in it and I won. Doesn't that count for something? So we'll come back with the epilogue. Murder Inc. Hoist the trophy. Ravens flock.